It's making Johnny Mnemonic look like Oscar Gold. This is the Lawnmower Man on Stinker Madness.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at this!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at this!
No one! Hang on!
It stinks.
Hang on!
Get to the chopper! Stinker Madness.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. This is the podcast about bad movies by bad movie lovers for bad movie lovers. I'm your host, Justin. With me are always Sam and Jackie.
I am also a host.
Jackie is also on the show, which I just said. So thanks for backing me up, I guess.
Backing up. That's what we're here for. We're here for backup.
Yep, back up.
Got each other's backs up
It's a back up, back off.
in case somebody comes in, because we're on the internet, and now after seeing this movie, there is a danger of a internet god coming possibly and attacking us or you.
I wonder if Job, who is the Lawnmower Man, played by Jeff Fahey, would be a better podcast host than we are. Would he be good on Stinker Madness?
Job, no. Jeff Fahey, yes.
Oh, yes, Jeff Fahey, of course. But let's what's wrong with Job? What would he do if he was on Stinker
Wait,
Madness?
where are we at? So Job, post becoming a pretentious asshole, or Job who thinks that Cybo Man is awesome?
Job at the end of the Lawnmower Man.
He's just too pretentious.
Okay, so he's just going
to be a dickhead.
He would just tell us that we're wrong all the time.
He'd be like Tiki Barber.
Like, you guys don't even know. You guys don't
Yeah.
even know.
Like, I would have said that if I was an imbecile.
Yeah, right. Stinker Madness is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. We've got a new one that we need to say thank you on the air for. Just this week, a good listener as well, writes us all the time. Jack Breeding has joined the Patreon subscriber list, so thank you so much, Jack.
Oh, he's obviously a fan of me.
Probably.
Yes, his parents named him after you. He may even be older than you because we don't know. So
Nope. He's a fan. He has legally changed his name to Jack so that we can be closer in the internet world.
Maybe instead of letting your ego take control, maybe you should thank him.
Thank you, Jack Breeding.
And Sam also doesn't thank him.
Oh, I was just thinking about the internet still. Sorry. Thank you, Jack.
If you want to support us on Patreon, go to patreon.com/Stinker Madness. Chip in whatever you want. We're going to be thankful for it
For
either
anything.
way.
Yep.
And you'll help keep us going, help us keep improving the show and make things better for you. It's not a paycheck for us. We will spend all of those dollars on the show itself. So, also, you can go to our website, stinkermadness.com, and I've got a button there for Become a Patreon. So that's maybe the easiest route because Patreon's hard to spell if you're me, who can't spell literally or virtually.
Phonetically.
Yeah. Nope, not a chance.
I downloaded 16 megabytes of information directly to my brain.
The Lawnmower Man from 1992, starring Jeff Fahey. Top billing for Jeff Fahey.
Jeff Fahey.
From such episodes as is this Jeff's first appearance for
On
a
main episode, yeah. We've
nice.
We've done a lot of do's and don'ts.
Oh
with
yeah,
him.
he's a stinker staple.
He is.
And also a good movie staple.
I 154 acting credits on Fahey to date.
Yeah, he's a working man.
I in the blog basically said that Jeff Fahey, like, there's plenty of actors that are the envy of the rest of actors. Say, I think Jeff Fahey's the envy of the common man. Like, I want to be Jeff Fahey. I don't want to be George Clooney. I don't want to be Jimmy Stewart, Paul Newman. I want to be Jeff Fahey.
I'll go out on a limb and say Jeff Fahey, good neighbor.
Oh, absolutely.
Jackie, you got my back on that. I know you like the Jeff Fahey.
Only if he doesn't dress like a cowboy.
All right. You've seen him shirtless before, and you were kind of
Hello.
Jeff Fahey. Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, he's like a surprise Cracker Jack box. He takes off his shirt and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot you're ripped.
Yeah. I think everybody did. Now, on the other side of the ripped equation is Pierce Brosnan, James Bond, and Remington Steele.
Harry?
Yeah, this is not our. This is not his first appearance.
No, it is not.
He's been on the Dante's Peak episode, one of our more popular episodes, and we talked extensively about Nomads as a streaming do's and don't with
Yes.
his tiny penis being showcased. Sorry about that, Pierce.
It was cold.
Yeah. I was in the pool.
He's still probably laid more pipe than most plumbing companies.
Yeah. Jackie, Pierce Brosnan in this film next to Jeff Fahey, is he the hotness?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I do like Pierce Brosnan. He's okay. I like that he's hairy.
Oh.
I like hairy, so I'm good.
I have failed.
Yeah.
I'm not a hairy
There you
guy.
go.
Hey, you have like 3 chest hairs.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
They're
like,
all around my nipples too. It's really weird.
yeah, like you totally grew in some hairs as we gotten older. And I'm so proud of you. It's like puberty hit you late, but you're still getting it.
See, I think Jeff Fahey's rounds the bases of the sexy man in this. Because he starts out like with the doofy bleach blonde hair, like, whoa.
Yeah.
He's got that going.
Right.
Then he does the cowboy thing, and then he gets tights at the end. So it's just like he's the picture of desire for women throughout the film.
Yeah, showcasing. Dean Norris also appears in this film from Breaking Bad fame.
Yeah, and it's just a lot. He's just a character.
He's a character.
He's a character actor who's been in tons of stuff. He stinks in this.
He stinks real bad.
Just
he
awful.
was in Starship Troopers.
Absolutely.
Also did that.
The infantry made me the man I am today.
Yep.
Right. Anybody else that's relevant?
The truck driver or the lawn care guy.
Jeffrey Lewis,
Jeffrey
Juliette
Lewis.
Lewis's dad, and frequent Clint Eastwood collaborator.
Yeah.
And actually, what's his Jeremy Slate, the guy that plays the preacher, he's like old westerns, older movies. Like he was a big deal for a while, and so it was like I think by this point people had forgotten who he was, but he was actually probably a pretty good cast at the time for this movie.
Well, he's no Cameron Mitchell, but
Certainly not.
it's a film where people didn't know how the internet worked and just decided to wing it.
Sure.
No, if we don't know how the internet works, well, nobody else will know, so they won't know the difference. So we'll just make up some bullshit and go from there.
Wasn't Al Gore still in the middle of inventing the internet right now?
No, but nice urban legend that you've brought attention to.
Al Gore invented the internet.
No, he
No, he
did not.
didn't.
No, he did not. I'm sorry to tell you that's a confirmed no. But he might as well have been. Like, he invented the rules for this movie, essentially, with his internet age.
Sure, why not?
Now, what have you discovered about the Lawnmower Man there, Sambo?
Well, there's a lot of interesting things about the Lawnmower Man. Did you notice that it didn't on this version say Stephen King because it's finally far enough out that they didn't need to do that, I guess.
Yeah, I always remember it being Stephen King's The Lawnmower Man.
Yes, and this was the director's cut that we watched too, which is unfortunate because it's like 5 minutes longer than the original.
Yeah.
Considerably longer than the original version of the movie, which probably gets to the fun part a lot faster than this version did.
Yeah, and we should disclaim that if you're watching anything other than that, there may be some scenes that we talk about that you're not familiar with because the only reference we have is that director's cut.
Yeah.
So
But Voodoo's director's cut too, so
Yeah.
Amazon Voodoo doesn't matter. Like the streaming version is the director's cut. Originally, Stephen King sued to have his name removed from the film and won, and then New Line Cinema said, "Fuck it, put Stephen King's name back on the posters."
yes.
So he sued him again, and he won the injunction the second time again. I've never seen a poster without Stephen King's name on it, and according to the internet, when the home video release came out, it was back as Stephen King's The Lawnmower Man again, whereas I believe on the movie posters it was very small Stephen King's, but they just never, his name is slapped all over it. If you go to IMDb, it says, based on The Lawnmower Man by Stephen King. And it really isn't.
No, I don't know. What's The Lawnmower Man by Stephen King really about?
The Lawnmower Man by Stephen King's a really short story about a guy whose gardener dies, so he hires a lawn service out of the Yellow Pages.
Okay.
And it's a lawnmower that mows the lawn itself magically.
So it's the Christine of lawnmowers.
Yes.
Okay.
And then a Satyr, a goat man, a naked goat man.
Okay.
Yes, follows the lawnmower around and eats the clippings because it doesn't have a bag. And the guy that hires this lawn service is like, you know what? Don't like it. So they kill him.
The
So
satyr?
The lawnmower and the satyr kill the man. And then I guess they do this as a long rigmarole to sacrifice to the Greek god Pan.
Oh.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I guess you can't just go around killing people for Pan. I guess that's the rub. You have to have a lawn service to do it, but that's what the short story's about.
I wonder if he ever trimmed the hedges into one of those hedge mazes, and then they could go into Pan's Labyrinth. Bam!
Bump, bump, except the goat man would just eat it.
Uncle Tumnus. Oh, man. Fuck that up. But somebody out there that really likes Narnia is going to know what I'm talking about.
Maybe.
Mr. Tumnus. I think
Yeah,
his name
Mr.
was.
Tumnus.
I am so lost in this whole conversation.
Well, just pretend that you just got done viewing Dreamcatcher, and you'll understand the level of nonsense that Stephen King was apparently delivering when he wrote The Lawnmower Man. But that is amazing to me because usually his short stories are the ones that are good. I'm thinking like The Green Mile and obviously The Body, which became Stand By Me, which is probably maybe my third favorite movie of all time and arguably one of the best films ever produced. His books are the ones that are stupid in that vein that you just described. So that's kind of shocking.
Yeah.
Shocked.
The Bachman, with his Richard Bachman books are sort of weird. They're different. They're not as dumb as some of the other ones, but
Yeah. Okay. So no going into the internet in his short story.
no, the screenplay was written by the director and the writer, producer, Brett Leonard and Gillum Everett is the guy's name.
All right.
They will team up again to bring his virtuosity.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. That's also going into the internet.
Yes. Well, guess what? I'm going to pick that one day.
No.
I'm going to do it, and I'm going to pick Hackers one day, too. I already picked Johnny Mnemonic. We just keep, because of me, we have to keep going into the internet.
Hey, going into the internet. It's
They-
holy shit.
Had written this script independently from any Stephen King. It was just called Cyber God. And
Okay.
New Line liked it. They liked it so much they didn't want to change very much of it, but man, you just got to put Stephen King's name on it because it's 1992.
Right.
So
But
they did.
Yeah, and they he doesn't sue to take his name off of fucking Thinner or and he doesn't he sues to take his name off of Dreamcatcher. So that guy, I don't know what he's got going on, but whatever.
Yeah.
What kind of numbers did this thing crank out?
It turned 32 million against a $10 million budget.
That's pretty
good in 92.
That is very good. Now, and that's domestic.
Domestic.
Yeah, that's
well,
didn't-
that would explain the sequel.
yeah,
Yeah,
right.
It didn't actually. I believe it only received home video release in worldwide market. It was only a domestic release.
Yeah, well, 22 million at the box office is pretty
32.
good. Right, but 22 turnaround is pretty,
Oh, absolutely.
pretty good in 1992. So
And they
congratulations.
probably did see at least 10 million on home video.
Yeah,
so.
I would imagine. That's
I
how
saw this via home video,
Right.
and I thought it was probably the best movie that had ever been made at that time.
Yeah, you were 12 and you didn't understand anything about how the internet works or people or reality.
Apparently, I didn't know shit about fuck when I was 12.
No, you were a moron. Jackie?
This is the first time I've ever seen this.
Yeah.
I laughed a lot. I don't think I was supposed to.
No. No, I think you were supposed to be frightened.
Yeah, I always thought The Lawnmower Man was a horror movie about a lawnmower that killed people.
That's
Well, it
what the
was.
short story's about, yeah.
It was.
And so this wasn't scary at all. And it was just ridiculous.
Mostly stupid, yeah.
And I also don't believe that any really rich lady would want to hump the lawnmower guy.
I thought you thought Jeff Fahey was hot.
Yeah, but at the time he was like slow.
Right.
He was retarded, right? And no woman's like, yeah, I'm going to go get me some retard.
I believe that's not the case.
I don't know about that, dude. There's some pretty shady business going on with the suburb widowers.
Oh, yeah, the suburban widowers?
Yeah.
This is a thing right now?
Yeah, they
Oh.
they're down with the D. And I don't mean the
Dog?
dummy.
Oh wait, you do or
You
don't?
do.
It's the dummy dick. It's the double D.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
They like the double D and the P.
Oh my god. I wish I would have never brought that up.
Okay, well, let's get into this movie then, because
Sure,
we got
why not?
a long ways to go.
We do.
The world we live in this film, I think it seems like it's presenting itself like it's the future from 1992, but later they disclosed that in 2001 everybody's going to have the internet. So I think that this actually happens in 1992, that this isn't the future. This is the modern society that we live in.
Yes, the breakthrough of virtual reality.
Yes, where a construction worker can live right next door to the doctor.
Yes, right. Sure. That's the world today. They've discovered VR and all of its practical uses. They can do just about anything with virtual reality. It's a pathway into the mind, as it were.
Not just a pretend roller coaster that causes you to hit your knee on the desk.
Correct. Right.
No, this is the key to human evolution.
Mhm.
Not better than average porn.
This was dumb. If this is what virtual reality was like, I just, like today, I'd be like, no, that is fucking retarded.
You mean I'm assuming you're talking about the graphics,
Yeah.
not necessarily the unlocking the powers of the mind part.
Yeah, the graphics. I would. There's no way that the public market would have been like,
No.
yeah, I want to look like a big squishy dude.
And this is how virtual reality looked in 1992.
Yes.
If any of you remember how shitty the Nintendo Power Boy looked,
Yep.
that's very close to what we're talking about here, Jackie. So, and that's the preeminent reason why virtual reality did not take off until the last 5 years. So it just looked too shitty.
And now that it has taken off in the last 5 years, it's been everybody tried it for 5 minutes to get it and went, yep, hit my knee on the desk and it made my head hurt.
In the home market, yeah. But there is some serious uses that are for the industry, teaching,
Sure.
and medicine. Huge leaps and bounds as far as those things with
Human
the virtual reality.
evolution.
Not the human evolution part. Nope, that's wrong. That doesn't.
We will be mystics and alchemists again.
No, never, no. Mm-mm, no.
I need the virtual reality right now.
Google Cardboard does not have that app.
What happened is we're there. Like somebody's going to be, traveling through space and time anytime now with virtual reality. And the secret was moving far enough away from the desk that you don't hit your knees on it.
Well, unless you there's this one game that me and Justin tried,
Mm-hmm.
and you actually have to walk around.
So it's please knock shit over and hurt yourself the game.
You need a virtual reality virtual assistant to make sure you don't bump into shit as you're doing this game.
Just like a padded room.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
You got to have a virtual reality buddy that will make sure you don't fall down the stairs.
Trip
or-
over the coffee table and break your neck.
Yeah.
Exactly. Virtual reality trust exercises. It's the next phase of corporate evolution.
The irony is the game is called Death Machine. So, All right, so that's what's going on in the world. Pierce Brosnan plays a guy named Dr. Angelo, who is, I guess, the forerunner of virtual reality human evolution
Sure.
research.
Yeah.
He works at a place called Virtual Space Industries. Is that correct? VSI.
Yes.
VSIs.
I don't know. It just sounded like a dirty STD.
And he's got a chimp named Bobo.
Roscoe.
Whatever. I like Bobo better, but we'll okay, fine. We'll play by the rules of this fucking movie instead of letting me run wild with my chimp imagination. He is taking this chimpanzee and making him a smart chimpanzee.
He's a super soldier.
Yeah, right. Well, his intention is to just make him smart, but
Sure.
the VSI contractors, of course, are selling him as a weapon to the government, as a la any science fiction movie ever.
Yeah.
Was I the only one that felt bad for this chimp?
Well, yeah, kind of, because he's a fucking lab rat. I always
Well,
feel bad
no.
for chimps like that.
Well, not just that he was a lab rat, but just in the movie in general. I mean, he had to wear that stupid fucking helmet.
Oh, you mean the actor chimp?
Yeah, the actor
Okay,
chimp.
yeah,
I felt bad for this little guy.
Nope, it sucks.
His outfit looked really uncomfortable, like maybe it was a size too small.
He's got the top half of RoboCop's head on top of his head.
Yeah. He looks really uncomfortable.
And he's got a metal diaper on.
Yeah, he's pissed. He was like, God damn it. I want to work with Carrot Top again. Hail to the Chimp. Now that's a movie.
I'd rather be an Ed than this piece
Oh,
of
yeah.
shit. Give me some Matt LeBlanc.
That's, I think, also the great part about the evolution commentary that's being made here. Like, this is the smartest chimp we've had. This is the closest we've ever come. And like, well, he's still going to be a super soldier. And one guy in the corner's like, and he still shits himself, so he has to wear a diaper.
A metal diaper. Now, do you think that he would make a good super soldier? Because let's just put him in our modern time. Let's put the super soldier chimp in, say, Afghanistan. Let's just throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going in a scenario where the insurgents are up on the rooftops, and there's like a lady coming out with a bomb, and the soldiers are like, we don't know what to do. Should we shoot her, or are we going to save some lives here? And they're like, I know. We send in the robo chimp. Does he actually do soldier war stuff, or do the insurgents just see this fucking monkey coming with a diaper on and like lose their fucking shit and like die from laughing?
See, I think it's the second, and it's not just, it's like his unit where they send in the Chimp, Carrot Top, and Pauly Shore. And if anybody at the Defense Department's listening, I think we could finally settle this conflict here.
Yeah, right. The dream team, as it were. Okay.
And I think that this was a bad idea because he can be bought off with bananas.
Which is why Afghanistan is the perfect theater for this, because there's no bananas in Afghanistan.
Well, they would make a deal with, say, the Philippines, and then we'd have this whole trade like weird thing, like, we can't do much about Afghanistan because they're keeping the banana market going in the Philippines. Mm-hmm. And like, if it's not bananas, then they're going to resort to terrorism or some shit, which I guess they are, but whatever.
Yep.
Hey, everybody gets bananas and the world is happy.
Every time you turn around, losing the Philippines as a Commonwealth bites us right in the ass again.
That is right. It's only been 85 years since it was a Commonwealth, but okay.
Well, then eventually, you're, as a citizen, you're going to have to start carrying bananas around like in your pockets and shit. Because when they're like, oh, it's a riot, release the robo-chimps. And then you're like, oh, hey.
Do you think that there'd be like black market robo-chimps?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I think so.
So, yeah, like
he's working security at Stallone's house.
Yeah, so you could do anything with bananas.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing collapsed as long as... Now, maybe the banana supply collapses, the whole banana market goes to shit, and like that's the apocalypse. Like the beginning of Planet of the Apes is lack of bananas.
Oh, boy.
And they start going ape shit and start killing people. And then you try to give them banana pudding, and they know it's just a substitute. They throw it back in your face.
This is just tapioca with yellow food coloring. Time to die, bitches.
All right, we have to move on. So they're making him super smart by making him play video games and taking drugs. That's the pathway to unlocking the human
Isn't that
brain.
how you got smart?
That's how yeah. Smart's the opposite of what happened with the drugs in the video games.
Question mark.
How do you spend 6 years in college and only get a bachelor's degree? Drugs and video games.
See average. Nice. I got an A in PE.
Yep.
All right, so but I guess he's pissed off because of these drugs. Like they're making his adrenal gland like get out of control, and like so he's just pumping juice. Like he's like Dolph Lundgren kind of in Universal Soldier. He's like, I'm mad as hell, the monkey.
The hypothalamus, yeah.
Yeah, so
or Jose Canseco in real life.
Yeah.
He's got but he's back on TV because his testosterone's low again.
Maybe he should have a banana.
Maybe instead of more fucking steroids.
But you gotta think though, when we get to the part where the chimp is actually like jumping around on things, that outfit. I'm gonna go back to the outfit because it bothers me a lot. Because the chimp couldn't even jump from like a shack roof to a tree that was like I don't know 2 feet away, and it had a rope and everything, and the chimp couldn't even make it.
He's wearing a metal diaper, Jackie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
poop.
so. Now imagine you shit your pants, you shit your jeans. Shout out to Ronnie Pascal on the shit show, colon the poopcast. How awkward it is to move when you got a load of dookie in your denim, versus
it depends
wearing.
if it's skinny jeans or a
No,
boot cut.
no, it doesn't. It's uncomfortable. Period. And then now replace those denim pants with a fucking metal diaper and see how you fucking move around, huh? Even without Dookie, it's a metal goddamn diaper.
See if
Jesus, Justin, you speak like you've been there.
It was hell.
it was hell. War is hell. I would think that if you had tight leather pants, that the poo would actually lubricate and make you move faster.
Like,
Oh, unless you had peanuts or corn. Then you would have these little
this is awful.
scratchy things in your pants.
Let's okay, I think we're done with poo this episode.
Yeah.
Let's move on from poo.
We're not, but
Okay.
we'll try.
Well,
All right, so he's mad as hell and he's escaping. Like, I'm not gonna take it. I'm not your fucking guinea chimp anymore, and I'm gonna bust out of here. I've got my cyborg helmet on, and I can see heat vision. I have walk mode, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And I just happen to have found a security guard with a gun who's not paying attention.
Sure.
And so I steal his gun and I shot him square in the face because he's a threat. This chimp now sees anybody, for the most part,
It's part of his helmet
like
too.
as a threat.
His helmet is identifying things for him.
It's really RoboCop's helmet.
Yeah, and he's got like vector paths, but they don't do a very good job keeping him on the targets. And most of the targets are either the crotch or the butt.
Yeah. Well,
92. The technology was young.
so it likes butts and crotches.
Yeah.
Okay. So he gets out. Question mark. We don't really know, but Pierce Brosnan wakes up in a cold sweat. He's like, "I had the worst nightmare, babe."
as he's blowing smoke in her face.
Yeah. Let me try that one again. I had the worst nightmare, babe.
The Ringo Starr.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's as close as you can get
Yeah.
to Pierce
And then you
Brosnan.
roll over and you're like, oh, a handful of hair.
Gross. He's like, things are pretty fucked up right now. World's at war, and I need to make it a better place, but nobody wants to support me.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to, right here, I think we get to see just a small portrait of Pierce Brosnan's character, Dr. Angelo, as a husband. Wakes up in a cold sweat, starts smoking, blows
bed.
some smoke in her face, tries to bone her, and then gets up and starts watching The Neighbors.
Yeah.
Well, he's beating up his wife and kid across the street.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything about it. He's just like, must be Tuesday.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He gets a phone call, and on the other line, hey, got some news. Bobo. Bobo the chimp. You remember him? Yeah.
Roscoe.
Whatever. We call him Bobo sometimes. He's dead.
Yeah.
So, bye.
He's dead. That's what it says on the phone.
Right, okay. So I guess he didn't make it. But then he fucking makes it. He's not dead
He's
at all.
Escaped.
He escaped. Why did they even tell him that? Because the next scene, he's like, are we going to get him back? No, we just told you he's fucking dead. Like, they're trying to cover up his escape, but they just end up telling him, we're going to get him. We're going to get him back. Okay. Or they're not even going to get him back because he's a dangerous weapon loose on society. And society doesn't have enough bananas to contain him. So I guess
Exactly.
they're
Well, this is a small town, Justin. They only get groceries shipped in once a week.
yeah.
And all the bananas have been bought in for the week.
So
Yes, we have no bananas.
That is correct.
Today.
We have no bananas today.
that's it's been sitting there for a while.
Yep.
Waiting for the proper opportunity. Pierce Brosnan wants to rescue him because he loves Roscoe, but the guys are like, no, he's an unstoppable killing machine. We got to kill him first. But Bobo gets to, he finds a sanctuary. He sees a church, and like his computer cyborg circuits are like, sanctuary, go there. And outside of this church is a shed where lives Job, who that's what I'm going to call him.
Not Job.
Nope, his name is Job, and played by Jeff Fahey, who is a simpleton. IQ of 45.
That's just Brosnan's guess.
Yeah, whatever.
Who's to say?
He's got the mind of a child.
Yeah.
a slow child even. But he's the handyman of the town. He's the lawnmower man. He mows everybody's yards, and he can fix anything. That's his one special skill.
Yeah, he may be a savant and not actually an idiot.
Right.
Who's to say?
Yeah. But he lives in a shed next to the church. He does lawn care to pay his rent, and gets beat up every now and then by the priest. It's just kind of how things go.
Mm-hmm. Got to take your weapons.
Yeah. Be a good Catholic. He also seems like he can talk to birds. It's the first scene we see. He's whistling at birds, and the bird seems to whistle back like, "Hey, Jeff Fahey, what's up, bud?"
It's like Snow White.
Yeah, he's a Disney princess reincarnated.
Got the hair for it.
Ha ha! Not the dress. So the chimp sees him, and he's like, "Hey, you're a reincarnated Disney princess. You're probably not a big threat to me, so let's be friends." Friend alert. Friend alert.
Bust out the super best friend necklaces in your utility pouch.
Shoot hearts and rainbows at Jeff Fahey. Which it just translates into throwing poo at him because he's still a chimp. But, weapon number one.
Poo of love.
Oh, damn it. No more poop talk.
Yep,
damn it.
already that fast. You broke your own rule.
So Jeff Fahey's job is he's like, "Hey, Cybo Man," because Job has he's a comic book collector and he loves this one particular character called Cybo Man. So he thinks the chimpanzee is this comic book character come to life to visit him. And so that's why he's like, "Come on in, man. I'll hide you in my shed from these choppers that are flying overhead. They're out to get you. Those are the bad guys, Cybo Man. I'll protect you. We're pals." So the priest is like, "What the fuck's going on?" He looks in the shed and he's like, "Hey, god damn it, there's a freaking cybernetic monkey in there. That's pretty fucking weird shit. I should call the police."
Yep.
So he calls the police, and the police, I guess, the VR people intercept the police communication or something. I don't know.
The police are on their payroll because they own the town, I'm guessing.
Yeah, something like that. So they show up. They're like, "Oh, all right, that's our monkey. Let's go get him." And by get him, I mean shoot him in the face, given the first chance. And Pierce Brosnan's there, and he's like, "No, I know Job. He's the Lawnmower Man. He does my yard. He's a really nice guy. Don't hurt him. He's just protecting Roscoe. And I'll go talk to him, and it'll be like a hostage negotiation type thing, and I'll talk him down."
Talk him down, bro. They all then move into battle position.
Right.
Where they're hiding behind bushes because they're bulletproof. Like, these guys aren't either just terrible or this monkey isn't the greatest killing machine ever, because this is not a good battle formation.
No.
Well, and even the monkey's smart enough to know that he's going to get shot, right? Pierce Brosnan couldn't even figure that one out.
Yeah.
And Cybo Man's like, "Nope, I see what's going on here. Your defensive cover is shit, and I can see you guys with your guns pointed at me right behind that bush. There's like one guy doing that thing where you stand behind a tree, you can't see me, but it's like a sapling, so his like belly and his ass are hanging out. And
his whole body is visible holding a gun.
I can see you. I can see you right now.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget that I have thermovision, so I can see everything. You guys are fucking idiots. I
have vector paths to your crotch and butt.
Right. I also have walk mode.
Yes, walk mode. What does that mean? It means I'm walking.
Now he's in freak out mode, though, because he tries to make a break for it. He climbs up the shed and he's jumping around and stuff, as Jackie mentioned before, but he doesn't make it.
No.
He gets blown away.
Yeah, Cybo Man.
Cybo Man down.
Jeff Fahey doesn't take it very well.
No, he's pretty pouty, but the priest is kind of even a dick. But I don't even know why this happens, but the priest is like, "Job, I don't like what you did, what you had going on with that chimp. It was
unnatural."
It was an unnatural relationship, so I'm going to beat you with the belt.
Yeah. This guy just seems like an asshole. Because he's a dick to the guys until they say they're going to donate to the church. I bet when he called the cops earlier to report the monkey, because the only reason he finds out about it is because Job hasn't done with the goddamn termites.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "All right, police, there's a monkey in my man possessions shed house." Because that's not illegal, I guess, here. This is Virginia or something.
One question. You have a man?
Yes, in his shed house. And
Wait,
the thing is, he just
I
hasn't.
have more questions about that piece, though.
Don't worry about that. The important part is that there's a monkey in there, and he still hasn't dealt with the goddamn termites. Are you going to send somebody down here to deal with these termites?
He lives in a shed.
Yes,
and he's your man.
He's my man possession, and he lives in a shed house.
Wait, you own this man?
Yes, he's a ward of the church, actually.
Wait. You said church.
Yeah. Did you?
The church owns the man.
You heard that there's termites, correct?
We can let that slide if the church owns the man. Not.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And now you did say chip. Okay. Cash involved for us by chance?
Well, it depends on these termites.
I tell you what. Help me with the monkey. Help me with the termites.
Termites, yeah.
Then we'll talk. All right. So Job's boss stops by. His name is Terry. He owns the landscaping company that Job works for, and
the brother of the
priest. Yeah.
Priest, and
polar opposites.
Despite being very close blood relatives, he is obviously quite a lot more Irish.
Yeah.
Yep. He's like 100% potato.
He came on through Ellis Island a little bit later.
Yeah.
Than the priest. But he's like, "What's going on, Job?" And Job's like, "Well, check this fucking thing out." And he tears the cover off of the tarp off of his bitchin' lawnmower.
Yep. It's fucking bitchin'.
It's the Camaro of lawnmowers.
It is the Camaro of lawnmower. It actually has double pipes that will blow right at your face if you're operating the thing. Like, art director, bad.
No,
whoever
that's
the prop manager was.
That's so that when you're mowing the lawn and it's gonna blow your hair back like in a sexy movie.
Oh yeah.
Until you pass out from exhaust fumes, and then hope to get molested by the hot lady that you're mowing the lawn from. It's like it's part of the plan.
If the lawnmower doesn't turn around and run you over while you're passed out.
Sure, 'cause it doesn't have any safety features.
No, it does not.
This thing is a Camaro. The lawnmower's unsafe at any speed.
Why, if Job was such a savant, why didn't he build like a riding lawnmower?
What's the fun in that?
Not pushing.
How do you think he stays all cut up? We're not riding around on a lawnmower. He's pushing the goddamn things.
Okay. All right. It's a workout routine for him.
Absolutely.
It's how to keep the ladies interested
Mm-hmm.
in case I ever turn smart.
Yep. Okay. Step 1, guns. Step 2, I guess shit's going to happen. I got to look at these pythons.
So Pierce Brosnan's like, "You guys fucking killed my chimp. I hate you guys. I quit. I'm out, bitches. Unemployment, here I come."
But you're the guy. You're the only one that has the research. He's putting helmets on people and pumping them, or animals and pumping them full of drugs. Anyone can do it.
I question that logic. I think that it's a little bit more complicated than
It
that.
doesn't seem that way to me. It's like, what's happening? Oh, fucking who knows? This is a goddamn dice roll. We're playing God here. No one knows what's going to happen. Least of all you and me.
I think that's in our business plan.
Yeah.
So we got the bank loan.
Welcome to DARPA, you son of a bitch.
Man, low blow on DARPA right there. Okay, so we get introduced to this other bad guy. His name is Jake. He works at the gas station, and he's a real a-hole.
He sure is.
Yeah, I don't know how he has a job.
I think he owns the gas
He
station.
has to.
Because nobody in their right mind would fucking hire that
So
nut
it's
job.
the only gas station in town?
It seems that way.
Huh.
Yeah.
It seems like this is a pretty small place. They've got, 3 houses,
10 residents.
10 residents, and a church,
Yep.
and a shack.
One hot divorcee.
Yep.
And
no,
Jake-
she's not a divorcee. She's a
She's-
widow.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
And Jake is one of those guys that makes fun of mentally handicapped to make himself feel, "I never learned how to read" type guys.
Yeah.
So I beat up on people that are inferior to me because, well, they're not inferior. I'm sorry, that's terrible language for a podcast host to use. I don't know, but the bully. He's a bully.
He's a bully.
Yeah.
And we forget that 92 was prior to the popular tattoo explosion. So he's like got the tough guy tattoo, but it's like a tiny rose on his shoulder back before like people were covered in tattoos.
Right, he's
Like,
a tough guy.
Yeah. this is the guy that like thought he had the super tough barbed wire tattoo until like 5 years later when everybody had sleeves and he still has the little barbed wire.
I got mom on my other
Yeah.
on my other sleeve, heart with an arrow through it. Says mom.
Got Angelica on my butt. I don't know her anymore.
I'm trying to change it to angels.
Yeah.
Because that's just the best I could. It's like a God thing. I'll convert it to something else. Then we get to meet Peter, who is the neighbor's son, who also appears in a future episode of Stinker Madness.
Last Action Hero.
It's
Yeah.
a kid from Last Action Hero.
He's the addition to Last Action Hero because that movie was written without him in it, and the studio's like, why did I add a kid and another side plot?
Well, we'll talk about that when
Sure.
we get to that. So he comes over. He's a nice little kid, but he's getting slapped around by his dad quite a bit, who's, I guess, just a construction schmo, alcoholic, abusive son of a bitch. He has a Camaro, and it's all beat up.
Only on the driver's side.
You drink and drive,
Yeah, and then only run it like those are just drive-in scars.
Like,
Like the guy, he's not even allowed at the drive-in anymore. Like, I'm tired of buying drive-in counters, you fucking asshole.
And Pierce Brosnan's turning into like a drunk bum. He's taking full advantage of his unemployment and just drinking scotch and talking into his computer.
Yeah, there's a graphic that says recording on this TV, and it's not. He's just talking to the bottle every time, and he goes on these long philosophical monologues. And I would just imagine that they're on set when they're taping this. The director's like, okay, he's doing his thing, whatever. Let's let him do it.
It's Remington Steele. Let him go.
Let him go. And, everybody else has been doing it for years. And there's the one production assistant on their first movie, like in between scenes, just turns to the audio guy. He's like, isn't he amazing? The audio guy's like, you're going to fucking wash out in 2 years,
I
you
bet
stupid
his
asshole.
dick is huge.
Yeah, well, we're going to put him in tights later. Use your imagination.
I was in the pool. His wife is not into this new lifestyle that he's chosen, though, because she's like, take me to the city. You promised. Jackie, what are they going to do in the city? What is her big day?
She's going to drag him to get a pedicure and a manicure. And then she's going to go shopping, and he's going to have to sit outside of the dressing room while she tries on 500,000 things. And then he's going to just be the pack mule, and he'll have to pack all the bags around the mall while she continues her shopping spree. Then she'll want to go get dinner somewhere that's extremely overpriced, but still be hungry when she's done. So they'll have to stop at Jack in the Box on the way back into the little town.
Okay, so what you've done to me right now is make me want to just drink scotch and talk to the bottle while just hearing about this day, not even having the opportunity to take part in what is about to happen with him. I am on Pierce Brosnan's page now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's going to go, me, 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 me. And that's the whole conversation for the entire day. Me, me, me.
And his whole conversation is, kill me.
Yeah.
He's just drunk. He's still got the scotch. He's just pulling it down when she's in the dressing room.
And he's beating the bottle over his head saying, kill me to the bottle because he wants to die. So they're not going to go to the city. He's too drunk. And so she's like, fuck this guy now. He invites Job over because he wants to continue his research, but he has no access to chimpanzees or bananas anymore, or cybernetic helmets.
Or a job. He's just freelancing.
He's freelancing, but I'm going to proceed. If only I could get a simpleton. Where could I get a dummy? Where could I get one of those?
I miss playing God. I can do it in my own basement.
God, if I could really concentrate, if it wasn't for that Lawnmower Man just going back in front of the God, what an idiot that guy is. Now, where the hell am I going to get an idiot? Where could I get one? So eventually he gets him.
Yep.
Brings him in. He's like, hey, you want to play a game? Put this on your face and check it out. It's going to be cool.
Lures him in with the promise of catalogs filled with shirtless men.
Because Job is gay?
No.
So why would that do anything?
Yeah.
It was a bad joke.
Yeah.
You want to walk it back? Want to try
I
again?
was hoping you were going to tell your gladiator joke. That's too bad.
Yeah, well, just go watch Airplane the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's like, okay, I'm cool. He brings Peter in over, and they play this stupid like flying game that sucks.
Yeah.
I don't even know what are the rules of this game? Fly around.
Don't die.
Don't die.
It's the original Descent. Don't run into the wall.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, Descent. Man, I haven't thought about that game in a long ass
Yep.
time. So again, 4 people going, Descent! Whoa!
Yeah,
Whoa! Everybody else is like, these fucking guys that were alive in the 90s are idiots.
Yep.
So he's like, cool. This VR thing's kind of neat. I'm a simpleton, just so you are clear on that. So I'm not real sure how to process it, but I would try it again.
Yeah.
I would do it again. Let's.
Well, he's upset because he flew upside down for most of the game.
Job, that's okay. You can do that. Oh, I didn't understand the rules of this game because it seems like it doesn't have any fucking rules, Doc.
It doesn't. Or objectives.
Right. Ugh. All right, Job. I've decided to adopt you into my program. Now, hold still for a minute. This may sting just a bit. And then he starts pumping him full of treatments.
Yep. Drugs.
You're going to feel a little different here from moving forward.
All right,
Would you
Job.
like to be smart, Job?
Yeah.
Would you? What's that? You don't have an answer for me? Well, hold still.
Yeah, take it.
What's going to happen, doctor? Well, I'm going to give you these drugs, and you're going to play video games. So it's you'll probably drop out of college for a year and a half, and then go back and have to really swear off Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4.
So basically, his treatments are going. It's like when Neo learns Kung Fu in the Matrix. You plug him in, and he gets a bunch of bullshit images in front of him, and that increases his brain output.
Yes.
And that's the movie for about the next hour and a half.
Which may have been a collage in the non-director's cut.
Yeah.
But it's not here. They don't do any collage of Job turning into the Lawnmower Man. You get to see every grim goddamn detail.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and the thing is that it's just so slow.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so fucking slow right here.
The whole middle of this movie is just the same shit with different symbols and colors.
And like different character interactions
Yes.
over and over again. The priest is like, "No, you shouldn't be smart,
Yeah.
Job. You should be a dummy and live here." Why do you even fucking care, asshole?
And other
You're
things
still getting rent, dick.
about this section of the movie that takes so long, where they're just like adding the full head and tail to every fucking shot. Like those 4 seconds every time are necessary.
Right.
Yep. I need to see Job open the door because I can't assume that he just got into a diner through the door.
Yep.
So I think, when we start to realize that Job is getting smarter is when the priest comes in and he's, got his makeshift mirror there and he's got his Justin cowboy outfit page and he's posing.
He does like catalogs with dudes, huh?
Yeah, he wants to be a cowboy now.
Yeah.
So you want to be a kind like Kid Rock?
Oh no! Don't no.
Yes!
No.
Late
no,
90s!
No!
This
Kid
shit
Rock!
turned into
No
that
Kid Rock!
shit! It
No
was
Kid Rock!
bad
No
shit
Kid
the
Rock!
whole decade!
I'd rather have Limp Bizkit.
$3 bill, y'all. Chocolate starfish! What did you guys do? We remade a George Michael song. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
That's why Job wants to blow up the planet, because he knows that Limp Bizkit's on its way.
He saw the future. He's like, man, 92 sucks, but 99. Ugh.
All right. Your priest diatribe, Jackie.
Okay. So after he shuts him down for listening to Kid Rock and dancing around like a cowboy, he goes to go beat him with the belt again. And Job turns around and grabs his hand. He's like, "You shouldn't hit people. And I want my fucking paychecks."
Yeah.
Because apparently the priest has been taking him the whole
he's
time.
an embezzler.
Yeah.
That's why he wants job done, stupid, so he can just keep pocketing his cash.
Yeah.
Well, here's an alternative, priest asshole. Raise his rent, because he's going to get a better job. Be like, hey, you could keep mowing yards, or you could run for CEO, because that's how CEOs get chosen as elections.
I am running for the CEO of town.
Vote day.
Yep. Good God.
But, I kind of wonder how much is this guy bringing in on this lawnmower stuff? Because
$12
cowboy
a
shit
week.
is expensive.
Yeah.
A pair of boots, a couple $100. And, he's got one paycheck. I mean, time hasn't gone by that quickly.
Right.
And now all of a sudden he's got a pair of Wranglers. There's like
Right.
$100. Pair of Justin boots.
And he has to pay his rent, too.
And he's got a new belt with all the shit on it and the great big belt buckle with his initial. I mean, he's went out and blown some major cash on his cowboy look.
Yeah.
The money thing here does not line up in any way. But anyways. So now that he's a cowboy, he's ripped and he's got cool hair. He's got Ric Flair's hair, really. Like, it's not an ape drape, it's the woo.
Yes,
hair.
it's like Ric Flair 86.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
If I could get away with it, I would do it.
It's pretty cool because his sideburns are dark brown, and then the rest of his hair is just like bleach blonde.
Maybe it's the blonde Elvis? Maybe?
Blelvis?
You should ask for that. Could I have the Blelvis?
Could I have the Blelvis?
Sir, you need to leave this supercuts right now. We'd rather stab you in the back of the head with scissors than give you something called the Blelvis. Okay, so now that he's handsome and he's got cowboy clothes and he's ripped, Miss Burke, the widow, she's like,
Can't wait to get my lawn mowed.
Yeah.
No.
And Jake at the gas station's like, not on my watch. I'm giving you free oil, lady. Isn't that what you want?
Free transmission fluid.
You work at a gas station, asshole. I don't want anything from you. I have a southern mansion. What are those called? Like a
plantation.
I have a I live on a fucking plantation. You work at the gas station. You could give me all the free oil that you could get your hands on, and I want nothing from you, grease monkey. But this cowboy guy.
Yeah. Well.
The maintenance man.
Yeah. Well, he's at least ripped and has nice clothes and cool haircut.
She just drinks boxed wine and listens to Brooks and Dunn.
Yeah. I
So do I.
Sam's got his secret Brooks and Dunn outfit, and he pulls it out every Sunday afternoon. He's like, God, I'm so lonely.
God damn it, where's my Dwight Yoakam thumb drive? Got my Dwight Yoakam and George Strait on there. So drunk I can't find it. This is the irony, is I can't listen to this. I'm so sad that I can't listen to the sad music.
So Job is getting ramped up on things. He eventually goes into the basement's not good enough for him anymore, so he's got to go into the VR company, the VSI, and get strapped into their gyroscope machines and really get the juice, the smart juice.
Or, as we know them, the County Fair Pucosphere.
Yeah, right.
Those were actually invented so that astronauts could learn weightlessness,
Right.
and if you're the person in the machine is in control of it, they're not a pucosphere. But somebody got a hold of them outside of NASA and was like, give me $5, strap you into the thing, and they just start tossing you around like you're a rag doll. And then, yeah, every other ride at the fair either costs a ticket. This one's $5 and you barf.
They should be real dicks and be like, oh, this is what the astronauts do. We're going to give you a real authentic experience and then put a space helmet on you so that when you just chuck all over your face.
Yeah. And then they guilt you afterwards like, yep, you're not going to make it as an astronaut, you fucking asshole. We'll try it again. It's $10 this time.
Oh, puke nose.
Puke nose. Not me, I'm puke nose. I couldn't travel in space. I hate my life. And I lost my Dwight Yoakam thumb drive.
I'm just going to go get myself some corn dogs.
Prono pups.
Oh, I think that's what's all over Puke Nose's face. Corn dogs and Prada pups.
I can't choke the pain back down. It's
The
not
mustard
good the second
burns.
time.
So he gets more of the Matrix stuff. He's like, I would like to learn all of human history in an instant. Doc, go ahead and plug that tape in. He does. He learns everything, and he's like, my God, so much has happened before with man. There's good people and there's bad people and such conflicts and triumphs, and it sucks.
So I'm under the impression here that the doctor went out to go get a cup of coffee. He's been gone for 2 minutes, and he viewed the entire human history in 2 minutes,
That is what happens.
right?
Yep.
On CD.
Yeah.
Because you just see the CDs and they're just dropping on the floor.
These
Like,
are
this
the-
is not a good system.
these are the 400. These are the CD 400s before the dual layer.
Right.
12-bit.
CD.
See, these are, yeah. He downloaded 16 megabytes of information directly to his brain.
The original plot from The Pretender.
Yes,
as
the
it
first
were.
time.
Yeah.
The first time.
It's, nobody's going to get that reference.
Nope.
So now he's super smart. And he starts having brain pain. He's like, oh, Jesus, this is intense. Wait a minute. I can hear people's thoughts now. So he's not just super smart.
Okay, wait,
he
what?
has superpowers.
Yeah, well, you remember when he goes
what?
into the diner?
Oh, yeah, I know, but like plot-wise, okay, what?
Being smart translates into having superpowers.
Well, he says during the history lesson that the human race has lost that part of their mind. They don't use it anymore, so they can't become, what was it, wizards and...
Alchemists?
Yes.
It's a little later, but yes. Alchemists?
Yeah, that's his justification for this, is that back in the day,
We had all this.
we had wizards and alchemists had superpowers because they unlocked their mind via virtual reality and drugs.
It's
What the
just
fuck
the
are you
drugs.
talking about, Joe?
It's just the drugs.
Just so they had these super drugs that are formulated by modern day medicine.
Yeah, I had
Wizards?
them too, man. It's called LSD. I walked through solid objects. I fucking went into space twice. Fuck.
No, Job, you are incorrect about this one. Wizards did not even exist.
It's in Encarta. Wizards right there, see?
There's a picture of a little boy with a lightning on his head, lightning mark on his head. Hi! See? Right there!
Yep.
There's this whole school that they go to. I really like these books, by the way. Yeah. Is there any more of these Harry Potter books? No, there's not. There's this shitty knockoff thing about capturing monsters. It's like fucking Pokemon with wizards. It starred an Oscar winner who appears to want to throw his career down the trash. But anyways, so they get more intensive, and he eventually gets telekinesis, and he's moving objects with his mind. And he weirdly gives himself a gross hand at one point because he's like spazzing about his powers. What's that all about?
He's like, oh, people have used telekinesis to give themselves heat blisters. And then he does it to prove that he can to himself, not to Brosnan, which doesn't make any sense because he already knew he could do it.
Yeah. See, you even figured that out better than I did. I
Yeah,
was just
it
like, why are you
doesn't-
giving yourself gross hand?
And this is all just this thing that could have been a montage that we bitch about montages, and we're like, please just give us a montage.
Yeah,
on
montage this shit, dude.
And eventually what it leads to is Dean Norris shows back up and is like, bah, 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 throw a monkey wrench in our own plans. And so the bald guy's like, okay, pulls the old switcheroo, brings back Project 5 drugs.
Yeah, they crank him secretly with the bad stuff.
Yep.
So now he's off the Brosnan plan and basically on the Republican healthcare plan.
Yeah,
what's going
he's
on.
gone from Suzanne Summers to Sally Struthers.
Ooh. Speaking of Sally Struthers, he's also boning Miss Burke at this point in time.
Sure.
Not well. Like their sex is it's not Neil Breen, but this is not hot sex.
It's somewhere
They're
in
having.
between Neil Breen and MacGruber.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like right in that sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
That's not very sweet.
Yeah.
So she thinks he's the cat's ass, and he's like, yeah, you're pretty cool, I guess, but you're kind of below me. But let's just try this thing. I'm gonna bring you up to VSI and plug you in and see what you think.
Mm-hmm.
Take you in with me.
He's like, you've got some twisted fantasies. Come with me to the spirit lab so I can make them happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So
This was a terrible idea.
she's at first like, cool, this is really neat. And they go on like this very Xanadu-esque adventure together. Like if only Don Bluth had animated the sequence, we would have enjoyed it. But instead they have, I'm to infer that it's VR sex or the virtual reality version of sex when you go into this thing and you kind of squish together and become one. And that one becomes a dragonfly and flies through the virtual landscape of bullshit that this place is.
And then he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you your fantasy, which is to be trapped in slime and eaten by a bullshit monster.
She gets trapped in what he says the primal mind.
Sure. And then he's like,
hold on, you're going to like this, baby.
this is what you want. And he turns into a bullshit monster and eats her.
And eats her.
I was to assume that he was just going to get like 12 tentacle dicks and fuck the shit out of her.
Right.
Like I was expecting it to be like, okay, this is where the Japan thing takes over.
Yeah, right.
That's what she really wants. Nope. She wants to get eaten by a bullshit monster.
Or he does not know what she wants, really.
Yeah,
His signals are a little crossed.
His mind reading doesn't work so good.
Well, I guess he turns her into a fucking lunatic.
Yep. Pops her brain.
Yeah, by doing this. And she's lost it, and she can only laugh now.
Yeah.
She takes off all her clothes and wanders the streets naked, laughing like a maniac. Okay.
He literally fucked her brains out. Oh, yeah.
Virtually fucked her brains out?
Yeah, not literally. Not literally. Her brains didn't come out, so that would be the incorrect use of literally.
Literarily. He just wrote
Literarily.
about it in his diary. And it never happened.
So he shows his powers to Pierce. He's like, check this shit out, dude. I can fly this chair around. And Pierce is like, my God. And the VR guy, the bald guy, sees it. And he's like, whoa, this is churning legit super soldier shit.
Oh, yeah.
So they have, he's like, let's have a meeting with Dean Norris about this. By the way, it's going to get exposed that you're fired. And also, we juiced him with the heavy stuff. And, well, you didn't tell him about the superpowers, did you? And Dean Norris is like, I'm sorry, did you say superpowers?
Excuse me?
So he, Pierce Brosnan's like, fuck you guys, I'm out. I'm going back to the hotel to do something. I don't know. And Dean Norris is like, make sure he doesn't leave the hotel. Because they need him?
For what?
I don't know. What did they
Dean
care?
Norris is an idiot in this movie.
Yeah, because it's painfully obvious to the viewer that Job has gone beyond Pierce. Like, he's outgrown Pierce. Pierce can do nothing for this program anymore because he's not as smart as Job. So let him go.
Why?
He's fired. We've got the best thing that can happen for us is to let him go, and we try to control Job, which probably isn't going to work.
Not to mention that it just seems like your whole program is dice and a shaker to begin with.
Yeah.
You don't actually need scientists for this shit.
Yeah, you need to rethink everything that you're doing is what they need to do.
Yeah.
So Pierce Brosnan's like, fuck you can't hold me in this hotel. He punches his boss out, which is pretty fun. I like that.
While smoking a cigarette.
Yeah.
That's how fucking tough he is.
Yeah.
Because you were questioning it, with those shorts.
Yeah.
And the hiking boots.
And the sweater.
Yeah, he's wearing a sweater, wool socks, and shorts. Like, okay, wait, what?
That's how scientists look, Sam. So Job is like, no, I'm gonna take this to 11 myself. He breaks into VSI and really juices himself with the good stuff.
Yeah,
it's on crank. And he goes in super deep and super hard into the gyroscope machine, and he's learning a ton and becoming super. And Pierce is like, I gotta stop him. So he breaks out of the hotel. He crushes a beer bottle against a guy's throat.
Champagne bottle just takes this dude out.
But it's not against the head, it's in his throat.
Yeah, it's a bad shot.
I think that guy dies.
No, he's in a shot it's the same guy that chases him down.
Oh, no.
He's just okay.
Dude, you can't do that. You
No.
can't take a champagne bottle to the throat.
No, not even Corbell.
Cheap stuff.
Yeah.
That would be just so awful. How did you die, Corbell, to the throat?
Really, Corbell? The glass wasn't cheap.
Well, Job has had enough. He's good to go now. He's got all the powers he's ever going to get, I guess. So it's time for some revengeance. And so he goes to the church, and he's like, hey, priest, I'm in a Tron suit. What's up? And the priest is like, Job, take that travesty off of you. That is the blasphemy of God. No one dresses like Tron in front of me.
Yeah, I saw that at the theater before I was a priest, and
It's
that's why
crap.
I quit doing acid and started doing this instead.
So Job is like, yeah, whatever, man. Whoosh. And virtual reality fires him.
Yup.
Lights his ass on fire. Reality fire.
Virtually lights his ass on fire.
But then the cops later are like, yeah, it looks like he spontaneously combusted, which would imply actual fire. I would think virtual reality fire, if you're on virtual reality fire, you would have no burns on your body. You would just suffer the mental injuries of being on fire.
Why not?
So I think he's actually on fire. I just think that what they did to make it look like he's on fire fucking sucks.
Well, they used virtual fire, so it's,
Why not just do that stuntman thing where they wrap his face and then put all the oil on him and then light him on fire and let him run
Because it's
around?
not the goddamn future then.
Yeah.
This was amazing when I was like, oh my God, computer fire looks so real.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah.
It's like 1,000 little tiny Yahoo GIFs, like their Yahoo GIF fire.
They actually are. That's the fun part.
That sucks so bad.
Those are just a pile of GIFs on a very, very crude 3-dimensional model.
So you're telling me that Birdemic has better computer graphics than
Absolutely.
Lawnmower Man?
Because by the time Birdemic comes out, all the everything that's a breakthrough 2 years later becomes a preset in these programs when you buy them out of the box, right?
Right.
So, yeah. You could really probably just redo Jurassic Park in your backyard right now if you had $2,500 to slap down on Lightwave.
Then he goes to the gas station. He's had enough of Jake. And he grabs Jake with the gas hoses and you're stuck, Jake. Jake's like, what's up, dude? I don't even know what you are anymore. Yeah, well, check this out. And he goes into his mind with the face lawnmower.
And mows his brain.
So does he actually mow his real brain or his virtual reality
Virtual brain.
But he's not, Jake's not in virtual reality. He's in real life, so he doesn't actually do anything to him. Because the only place this could happen is in Job's brain.
Yes.
Jackie, anything here?
He made him stupid.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
He's veggie now.
Yeah.
Jake, things don't end well for him, but he guess he is alive. I don't know if that's better or worse. That's a philosophical debate for a different time. And then
it's worse. Let me just save you the trouble.
Okay. I think Socrates would have different things to say about that.
Socrates?
Goes to Peter's house and he zaps Peter and the mom, makes them fall asleep or something. And the dad's inside drinking beer and watching wrestling, which is an insult to wrestling fans everywhere because I like wrestling and I do not smack my wife around or children.
I couldn't tell who the second guy was. I think it was Ricky Steamboat, but I don't know if it was Hacksaw.
It was definitely not Hacksaw.
It wasn't Hacksaw, so Steamboat and somebody.
Yeah. And he kills him non-VR because he takes his actual bitchin' Camaro lawnmower and mows his house. Not VR'd, real non-VR'd.
This is the filmmaker, the New Line Cinema's attempt to connect this to the plot line of the short story.
Yeah, right. And Peter's dad gets lawn mowed. Parts of him end up in the bird bath.
Quite actually mowed.
The bird bath. And the cops have their handful. There's dead people and naked laughing women and sudden veggies and bodies and corpses that are on fire and stuff. And they see Job and they're like, hey, that's a guy dressed like a superhero. But then Job warps their mind to be like, I don't even exist.
Yeah. And it's great that he does this because before this cop's like, shit, the guy's in the bird bath over here. There's an obvious connection. It's a small town. The only people that are connected are all to Job, and this guy has no fucking idea what's going on here. He's like, it's just devil worshippers and crazies. It happens all the time.
This is the suburbs.
This is the suburbs. Every fucking week. We can't do a damn thing about it. We're headed to the Krusty's Donuts. Do you want anything? Because we'll come back.
Coffee and crullers.
I will do anything to avoid doing my job.
And Job is like, okay, well, I'm going to go downstairs into Pierce Brosnan's house. Nobody's here, and plug myself into his machine, have some philosophical debate with myself, and whether I'm even in the internet or not in the internet, because I'm also in my body. I don't even know what's going on. But Pierce comes down, and he's like, you got to stop this, Job, and you're having psychosis. Everybody that has psychosis has delusions of grandeur.
Jesus complex.
Yeah, Jesus complex. And Job is like, Cyber Christ.
Cyber Christ!
Cyber Christ!
This was awesome.
My third metal band
Yeah.
I was in. Cyber Christ. So he's like, oh yeah, well I'm gonna use your strap collection that you've got in your basement to strap you down, and you can't do anything. Oh, also I've turned your wife into one of the Stepford wives. She's a robot now.
Yeah, she's good here now. No more Caroline in the city. Oh, that was there. That was there. She wanted to go to her name's Caroline.
It really
the city
wasn't there, actually.
It was there.
It was there.
It was there.
Caroline in the city. Leah Thompson. Come on.
That was a virtual reality joke. It wasn't actually there.
Oh.
Yeah, so not literally there, virtually there. Sam.
You're just having grandeur delusions, aren't you?
Yeah. Cyber Sam.
Cyber Sam.
I was doing drugs and playing video games earlier. I don't even know what's happening anymore.
So he's like, oh, yeah, watch what I'm going to do with your wife because the VR guys are outside in a van. I guess they're going to nab them. I don't know what these guys are even fucking doing there. Or, yeah. So
they're coming to get them both.
Who?
The Fat Tony guy.
No, who are they going to get?
Lawnmower Man and Pierce Brosnan.
How do they know Lawnmower Man's at Pierce Brosnan's house?
Well, they figured as much.
No. And what are they going to do with him? It doesn't matter.
They're going to take him back to headquarters.
Yeah.
So they can get a demonstration of Jeff Fahey's powers.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's
okay. All right.
That's the plot.
Well,
Dean Norris's other plans are all shitty, so why not this one?
Yeah,
well,
don't argue with the shit plot.
They got guns, and Pierce Brosnan's wife, Caroline, she's got a gun too, because I guess they just they are pistol packing people, whatever.
Why not?
And she's all roboted out, and she goes outside and shoots one of the guards, and the other guard's like, "Oh yeah, not on my watch, sister," and blows her away with a fucking machine gun.
Sweet Caroline. She's dead.
Good times never involve so much hot lead.
No, boy.
Hot lead.
Oh, no.
Hot
Oh,
lead.
no.
Hot lead.
Oh my god.
Okay, so she's dead.
Yeah, and this is now Pierce Brosnan's super pissed, and then Job's really getting powerful because he has like a jello head that shows up in the sky.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So these guys are like, oh no, shoot the jello head. Shoot it. It's giant. We can't shoot it. It's virtual reality.
Insanity?
And
He's
then
the great and powerful
That's what I
Oz.
was going to say. So they're like starting to departicleize. And this guy's like, I have a vortex to another dimension in my shirt. So he closes it. So that goes away forever.
Right.
And then I'm like, you got to call JK because this is virtual insanity.
Start doing some backwards walking.
Yep.
Great album.
I was just listening to that
You
yesterday.
can't. Jamiroquai is awesome.
Yeah, can't take it out of the machine.
Yep. Don't lose that thumb drive.
All right, so yeah, he's fucking floaty head. It is the great and powerful Oz, very similar to that
Of Jello.
of Jello, and
lemon Jello.
he VR disintegrates them,
Yep.
breaks them up into little
This is
mini balls.
Yep.
Yeah, people marbles.
This is the newest computer effect, particles.
Yeah, particles.
At this point in '92, this is, I think, the first particles.
I would be willing to say that this is the only, for this point in time, that this is the only special effect in the entire movie that I kind of am like, okay.
You're like, yeah, okay.
I'm not. I'm like, this sucks.
Okay. Okay.
Up to this
1992, whatever.
It has been the actual mouth lawnmower that goes over the brain. That was my favorite.
What? Yeah, your favorite, but that's because it was stupid looking. This is the only one that I could be like,
Sure.
Everything else is crap.
Crap.
But okay, they breaks them up into particles. Okay. Okay. So now he's going to go to the VR company and put himself in the internet. He's like, I got to go all the way Cyber Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know where I'm going with this plan, but I think I'm just going to become one with the internet.
Sure.
He's going to make every single telephone ring at the same time across the world is what he tells Pierce Brosnan.
That's his birth cry.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. He summons a ride from his boss.
Yes, this is like, so he's fucking omnipotent right now.
Uh-huh.
He can have a floating jello head. He can put a vortex to another dimension in your shirt, but he still needs a ride.
He's still gotta take a lift.
He's like, of all of my powers, I don't fly or walk fast even. I need a ride. Calling my bro Terry.
Ringy dingy ding ding.
And he
Wait,
he psychically calls Terry, and Terry just looks like, oh, Job needs a ride. All right.
So he goes and picks him up, and Peters runs in because he's coming home because I guess he's done being passed out and sad about his dad being turned into bird food. And he's like, hey, what's going on, Mr. Brosnan? I'm tied up, Peter. And so, cool, I'll see you later. Oh, untie me. Oh, okay, first, I'll untie you. So he unties him and get your mom. Tell her I think she's hot. And I need a ride to VSI, just so you know.
Just so you know.
Okay, cool. But first, before he leaves, he plugs into the VSI mainframe from his remote terminal and takes it offline. Their mainframe is now not connected to the internet. It's disconnected. It's offline. So Joe's kind of screwed.
With 3 layers of encryption.
Ooh.
That's what the scientist that's trying to stop him says.
It's the same level of encryption that Equifax has.
Actually, no, they just had a password that I believe was password 123.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah.
That's their security. Okay, so Job gets past the front gate of VSI with the help of some sweet driving from Terry and cyber bees.
Not the bees.
VR bees.
They
Giant
don't look like bees at all.
VR bees.
Ooh, VR bees.
We got the meats.
Yeah. Sounds like a nice evening. Remember that old show V? Have some Arby's, watch that shit.
Piping hot Arby's and some V.
Some
I
lizard
love
people.
that
VR bees.
show V,
Yeah.
the original one, not the remake.
Now, disintegration.
Okay.
Cyber bees?
Cyber bees.
Jackie?
Well, they didn't look like bees, and then they
got
turned into
stingers and sharp, pointy teeth.
Well, they turned into something completely different though when they started attacking people.
I think they're cyber bees.
They look like a yellow version of white noise is what they look like.
Yeah,
right.
they didn't look good.
I think this is the shittiest special effect in the entire movie.
And I don't remember this, so I don't know if this was cut.
Oh, I do. I remember.
Do you remember
cyber
the bees?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the bees.
Yeah, if they would not had the sound effect of the buzzing, you would have been like, "What the hell is that?"
Glowing orbs.
There was
Does it turn into bees?
foreshadowing though, because he looked at the stuffed bee on the dashboard. He was like, "Oh, I know what's gonna get these sons of bitches. Bees."
Not the bees. Okay, so they're all the front guys are dead from bees, and Terry though unfortunately gets sniped.
Yeah.
There's a sniper guy that works for VSI, virtual reality company. They have snipers, right?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And these snipers are the kind of guys who are like, okay, I have very little intelligence in this matter. I can see the guy I'm after. I'm going to shoot the other guy.
Who appears to just be a landscaper.
I'm thinking he's the Terry that's written on the door of the truck.
Could be.
Eat shit and die, motherfucker.
He says his name.
Like the sniper does. He's like, Terry. And then pulls the trigger.
Eat shit,
Then
motherfucker.
blows a kiss into the sky. That's how I do it every time.
So Job is like, not my Terry, and makes the sniper shoot himself in the face, which I think is like this is the ultimate move where Job should, as a character, have been like, I have no more love for humanity.
Yeah.
I hate everybody. They just killed my Terry. And so I'm going to inflict horrible torture upon all mankind.
Yeah.
This guy gets off pretty light for doing that, for being the catalyst for that.
Just shoots himself.
Yeah, he didn't get bead to death or lit on virtual fire with tiny Yahoo gifts, and or split apart by his atoms.
Yeah.
I think of all the options, this is a hell of a way to go, buddy.
Yep.
He died how he lived. You live by the gun, you die by the
Wonder
gun.
if he whispered his own name.
Right before he died.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot myself.
Steve. So Peter's mom drives him, Pierce to VSI, and he's like, "Cool, thanks for the ride, babe. We'll hook up later, right? Okay, bye." Grabs an assault rifle. He also had found some explosives earlier. He brought those with him. He's gonna blow the place up. And Job goes in all the way to the internet. He has found the gyroscope things. He's like, "Okay, I guess I'll dial it up, like way up." I don't know how he decides or makes the machine suck him into the internet, but his body shrivels up as well.
Yeah.
When he goes into the internet.
It doesn't just like take his essence or his spirit or his energy. It actually sucks him through the pucosphere as if it was a spider.
Yeah, right, yeah. But he still has part of his body there, because Pierce Brosnan comes in and is like, "Job, I gotta save you," and takes his virtual reality helmet off, and his head turns to dust.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they sucked all the liquids out of him.
So liquids are required to go in the internet?
Whenever I unplug the phone line, it sprays like water everywhere.
Yeah, you need a plumber
It's
when your
Job.
internet goes down. Ugh. No, this sucks, guys. You really don't get it. So Job's in there and he's like, "I'm the beast of the internet and I will destroy all of the things, I guess. But
So-
I'm trapped."
Yep.
He looked like a Tron hot dog.
Tron hot dog.
And
A Tron dog.
you know when you got a hot dog, right? And you put it in the microwave and it starts expanding on just on the one side, like his head was the hot dog that was expanding. And right before it blows up, you know, you turn off the microwave and it shrinks back down.
Yeah.
And then you turn the microwave back on and
Yeah.
This was such a terrible fucking graphic.
No, it looks like shit.
It doesn't hold up well.
No.
Microwaved hot dog.
Peter runs in because he's going to help, I guess. He's like, "What's going on here, guys?" And Job hears him. He's like, "Peter's here. Oh, I still have one shred of humanity that I want." And Pierce Brosnan's like, "You got to let me help him because I strapped myself into the virtual reality machine too to come in here and talk you down, but you pinned me up to this crucifix. I don't know what your obsession with religion here is, guy. Are you trying to make some weird statement about society and technology and religion and faith in God, directors and writers?"
Whoops, missed that one.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
And Peter, he's like, "Go ahead, go help him, bro, ex-bro." And Pierce Brosnan runs and grabs him, saves him. The bombs are gonna blow, and the bombs do blow.
The building starts blowing up well before the bombs are blowing up.
Correct, and slowly.
And I really felt like he only grabbed one bomb and there's now two.
I think there's like 10.
Is not. If he grabbed all those bombs out of the case and put them into a bag, just grab the fucking case.
It doesn't have wheels.
Maybe.
It's not a Samsonite.
It's a Camaro. There's a big trunk.
You could just drive that van up there.
Could have done that.
Yeah.
Well, the steering wheel was melted.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
melted
that's
steering
right.
wheel.
Melted steering wheel.
Okay. So anyways, he's like, "I got you, kid." They get blown to safety, and the mom's like, "Oh my God, you guys made it. Great." And Job's like, "I found my way out."
And Pierce Brosnan's like, "I found my new family."
I found my new family. And so Job finds on the last thing that he can grab a back door and gets sucked into the internet right as the building explodes. And then, Pierce Brosnan's all hugging the family like they're his family because they are now, because it works perfectly.
He's
well,
huggy.
he wanted a son.
Right.
Like
and he got a
Goober Kid.
new wife, too.
Yeah.
He didn't like his old one too much.
It's like a buy one, get one free deal. Buy the kid, get the mom.
And a Camaro.
And a Camaro.
That he can probably afford to fix.
Yeah, because the next thing that happens is they're in the basement, or he's in the basement, like having one last conversation with his recording computer. And she comes in and she's like, "They're here. Are you ready to go?" But then we'll come back to that. But then the phone rings, and then all of the phones ring throughout the world. Job has been born into the internet. Who is coming, and where are they going?
Unclear.
I think it's the movers, and he's moving in.
Why wouldn't they move into his house? It's bigger.
And nicer.
Maybe that's who's here. Maybe they're moving his.
They couldn't get Caroline off the floor, I guess.
I seriously think that this movie, usually we make this joke like, hey, he's got a new family. I think this movie, by saying that, hey, they're here, it's time to go.
Yeah.
They are declaring, yeah, I'm going to bang your mom, Peter. That's what's going down, and she likes it.
Yeah, no, they've been, and he said he wasn't going to do it till 2001. So I think that
He's not going to bang his mom till 2001.
No, Job's not going to make his birth cry till 2001. So I think this is like a flash forward to the future. They've been living together for 10 years or something.
Wow. I didn't put that together.
The kid didn't age.
Yeah.
So no, that it's not 2000.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody have a question?
Yes.
Go ahead, Jackie.
So if the Lawnmower Man was so awesome, why didn't he go in and just save his girlfriend's brain?
Because wait, save her brain. Why would he save her brain? He
Because-
caused her brain to cease to be.
Well, he popped something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
He broke his girlfriend. Yeah, sure.
Her brain's cherry. Yeah.
yeah, but
Oh, that's what she got stuck in was the hymen.
oh no.
Primal hymen.
Hypothetical hymen? This is awful.
Virtual hymen.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
No.
You're going to be on the registry just for making that joke.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
It's a part of nature. Everybody's got one, right?
Yeah.
Jackie, what do you mean save her? He caused her. He doesn't care. Like, yeah, sure, maybe he could hit the undo button, Control Z, because he's, computer man.
Sure.
But he's above her. He's beyond her now.
No, he still loves her.
He never loved her. He loved that sweet poon until he didn't have a penis anymore because he's in the fucking internet.
Okay.
Yeah. Which leads to my question.
Please bring it.
Is he a shell of his former super self once he enters the internet?
I would think he would not have telekinesis anymore.
He doesn't seem to be super at all.
He's in our phone lines. Probably couldn't read our thoughts anymore either.
Nope, none of it. Like, he's like, I'm god of the internet. I was like, well, dude, you were pretty fucking close out here. You had giant jello head. You could put a vortex in somebody's chest. You exploded people, mind control, telekinesis. I guess you could power LED suits, which was with your mind.
Right. So he's got the
But he still needed a ride.
He does need a ride.
Yeah, okay.
So does Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he gives all that up, but the only thing he really gains, I guess, would be access to our bank accounts?
Sure.
That's a bummer.
But then he can't spend any of it.
Right. So that's my question. What does it all mean?
What's next, basically?
What's his plan? How is he going to do anything about anything now that he's in the internet?
See, that's actually, I have the deleted post-credits scene. I know what happens.
Okay, please tell us.
The phones all over the world ring, which confuses everyone except Pierce Brosnan, who picks it up, and Job says, I'd like to come out now.
Whoa.
That's the end.
I'd like to come out now.
I'm done with the porn.
Yeah, that's not, I had Jello head before. There's not a lot in here.
Everybody on Twitter is an idiot.
Yeah.
I sure like that Stinker Madness podcast, though.
Sure,
That's
it's
pretty
good
cool.
stuff.
But
yeah.
I could listen to that just,
I could
headphones.
get all of this with a monitor. I'd like to come out now.
Yeah, let me out. Final recommendations.
Wait, I got one more question.
Okay,
Ooh.
that's surprising.
So as he got smarter, why didn't he realize that the cowboy look was not working for him?
Yeah, that does seem counterintuitive. He's like, I am a super genius. Get me some Wranglers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because his idiot self loved the cowboy thing, right? He was going to have a ranch.
Yeah,
And
well, eventually he does go all Tron, which is quite different than cowboy. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess Tron's the next progression after.
And then Max Headroom was the fall culmination.
Yeah, that's his ultimate cool. What's he gonna do in the sequel? If he's like, get me out of here, what's the next progression fashion wise?
I never saw Job's War or whatever the hell it was called.
Right,
here.
what would you do? You're making the Job too. What's he gonna wear? What's his fetish? His visage.
Clowns.
No,
Clowns.
That was before cowboys. Clowns. Speaking of clowns, It is now out. Stephen King's It. Speaking of Stephen King
things, I guess.
Yeah, it is supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Did you know that people are having a weird reaction to Pennywise? And by weird reaction, I mean in their pants.
Oh, I did not know that.
There's a large group of people that are sexually attracted to Pennywise.
Is it a girl in the new one?
Isn't it Skarsgård?
No, it's Pennywise. And it's not the actor playing Pennywise. It's a murderous clown that they are down with.
But if it's Alexander Skarsgård, maybe he's just that attractive.
That it permeates through the clown visuals.
I don't know who it is, though.
Okay. He lives in the sewer. That's kind of grody. He does eat children, so that's kind of grody.
Mm-hmm.
I think people have some pretty fucked up things.
Yeah.
So maybe it is clowns. Let's just go with clowns. Okay.
Clowns, why not?
Final recommendations on The Lawnmower Man. Sam, it's your movie.
I did not know, and I will admit that we were going to watch the director's cut of this. I didn't see that was the only streaming, and it did add 40 fucking minutes to the movie. But it didn't matter. I still it got so stupid at the end that it was goddamn hilarious. I really liked it anyway.
Yeah. So you're going to give it a do?
I give it a do. I would say, you should really try to find an original cut and not the goddamn director's cut. But if it's all that's available, I'm still saying do it. Especially if you thought it was good like I did. I thought this movie was good when I was 12. It is fucking shit.
It's shit. Jackie.
I'm also going to give this a do.
Wow.
I laughed my ass off so much, and I was so entertained. I mean, the pacing of it totally sucks in the middle. Mm-hmm. But man, once things get going, it's just it's just blows your mind. It's just so cool. I'm like, yeah. Cool. He's in the bird bath.
Cool is a word she says.
Cool. Huh. Yeah, Max Headroom mowing a person's brain virtually.
Cool.
What?
Hot dog head.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to give the director's cut a do not. I am with you. I wish we could have watched the original cut because my primary quibble is there any way that this could have actually have been a good movie? No, you don't think so? Because I think actually the science fiction is strong. This concept of and not necessarily the practicals of it, but taking a man and making him too smart and giving all of the power scientifically by corporate greed and government corruption and turning him into the thing that could kill us all. I think that as a story is there and could have been done here, but the execution of this film obviously is total crap.
Yeah. Wasn't that the same plot for Transcendence with John Depp?
Oh, I hope not.
I think it is.
I didn't see that because I don't like the Depp.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it now.
I don't want to.
You gotta watch it.
I don't want to. I will give. I just can't give the director's cut a due, but I think I would give the original cut a due because, man, the end. Wowie, wow. And it's really riffable.
Oh, man, you can.
Super riffable.
Even the boring spots are easy to make fun of.
Yeah. I mean, it just sets them up. Like, how do you put that in front of us and not expect us to make fun of what you just did right there?
Good God. Pierce Brosnan monologuing to a bottle. Oh, it was so funny I couldn't laugh at it.
Yeah. We got some listener feedback. Matt Van Diver, the diver of vans.
Sure.
This was written to us. He says, I got to see The Last Dragon in the theater this week.
Oh.
And T-Mac was there.
Really?
And I met him. It was epic.
Wow.
Yeah.
You fucking bragger.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty cool for
That's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome.
I'm super jealous.
Super jealous. He also makes note that Maniac Cop last week starred Bruce Campbell. I'm paraphrasing. And Last Dragon starred Julius Carey III. Both of them teamed up for Briscoe County Jr. So, pretty cool stuff there. Congratulations on that viewing. I am envious of anybody that gets to live in a real city where they see cool movies and the people that make them come to them. You don't have that luxury.
Matt Damon came here one time.
Yeah.
Matt Damon.
And did what?
He premiered like the third Bourne movie at the Egyptian.
Oh, the third Bourne movie.
Yeah.
No, he was at the Village in Meridian, and a bunch of people swarmed him and cursed at him and threw shit at him because he...
The Bourne identity ruled, but this one sucks!
No, because he wants to have gun law.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, so a lot of people that are fucking idiots went out and started throwing shit at him.
Hey,
and
we
stuff.
want silencers so we can hunt animals. Fuck off.
Never hunt a man.
Yeah, never hunt a man. We've got streaming do's and don'ts that we've got to get to. This week on Amazon Prime, we did another Riff Tracks. One starring JCVD called No Retreat, No Surrender.
Is it really starring JCVD? Because
No.
he seems to be in it for 2 minutes at the beginning and 2 minutes at the end.
It is definitely not starring JCVD. This is, hey, we got this Belgian guy in this film. He's kind of buff and he can do some karate. Cool. Well, we can't pay him a lot because he used to be like a sports boxer. And so we'll just cram him at the end. And then 4 years later, he did Bloodsport. And they were like, holy shit, that guy was in our movie.
Yeah,
So it's now starring JCVD.
absolutely.
But No Retreat, No Surrender is the tale of children who must save a neighborhood from the mafia via the skills of karate.
I think it's that they need to save all karate schools from the mafia via the skills of karate. And it really should be called No Retreat and No Surrender Again, because the first time we retreated and surrendered.
It seems like that's kind of what we do, is we retreat and we surrender.
Surrender, yeah. We move to a different town when we get beat up.
Yeah, and run away a lot.
Uh-huh.
We actually yell retreat while we are running away.
Surrender.
And then we get to like this place where we're safe, and then we're like, yeah, no retreat, no surrender.
You wanna play basketball?
Oh my god, this movie is fucking bananas.
It is.
With or without riff tracks, it is hilarious.
Yeah.
There's like a training montage in this that I can't even begin to describe how homoerotic it is.
Well, don't forget about the birthday party.
The birthday party with his love interest, and like Johnny Jock shows up and he's like, hey, we don't take kindly to your kind here. Oh yeah, well I know karate. Oh yeah, well you're a big pussy. No retreat, no surrender, huh? Let me push you down.
And then I will retreat and surrender.
Right.
I will surrender first and then I will retreat. Stop hitting me and then run.
And then the final climactic scene where JCVD comes back in and fights a child in a kickboxing tournament
That has gone off the rails.
that's gone off the, like, it's a death fight now with the
Yeah.
child for the freedom of all karate schools.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I love it.
Yep.
It was entertaining.
I fucking love No Retreat, No Surrender. This is a do or
Oh,
without
absolutely. It's
with
so
or without
ridiculous.
Riff Tracks. This is a great movie. If Riff Tracks hadn't introduced us to this movie, I totally would have made this an episode.
Yeah.
I loved it. It's great. Next up, Jackie and I watched this. It's kind of a weird one as far as like a streaming do's and don't, but I kind of want to bring it up anyways because it didn't get great critic review. Modern film. It's currently streaming on HBO now. Couple years old now, believe it or not. Time flies. Krampus, starring Adam Savage. No, Adam Cook. Tim Cook. What's that guy's name?
The guy from Park and Rec.
Yeah, Parks and Rec. Her boyfriend. I really like him. Steve Jobs.
The guy from the greatest show ever made or whatever, where they remake the intros from
Adam
80s show.
something.
Yeah.
And Parker Posey. No, she's not in it. There's a couple people in it. But Krampus, it kind of surprised me because it plays into the same kind of tongue-in-cheek movie making that a lot of people are doing nowadays, referencing, poking fun of the genre. It's not quite as genre poking as Cabin in the Woods is, but it makes fun of itself quite a bit. And I thought it was a good time. I think that this could be totally a cult classic in the future. I like Krampus. Jackie?
Oh, I loved it. The little old lady grandma, she was the absolute cast for that movie. Like, she just played the old, foreign grandma
Right.
to the T.
The one that has all the folklore in her mind, like, let me tell you a tale of the Krampus.
Yeah.
Yummy.
And then the toys, the presents.
Yeah, the practical props and costumes in this. There's no CGI.
Mm-hmm.
It's all practical.
It's awesome.
Great character design. Krampus himself is great. It's funny. It's silly. Yeah, I totally like Krampus. I give it a thumbs up. So check that out if you haven't already.
Adam Scott.
Adam Scott! I was so close with Adam Savage.
Fred Savage.
Ooh.
Now there's a cat I'd hang out with. Could you imagine going to a nightclub with Jeff Fahey and Fred Savage?
Man. No, I can't, because you know who would be going home by themselves still? Me.
Fred Savage.
Yeah, probably Fred Savage. All right, last but not least, we haven't talked about this in quite a while, but the new Mystery Science Theater 3000, Jackie and I did another one. This time, I think it's episode 14, The Wizards of the Lost Kingdom 2. Jackie, you remember this one?
No.
Yeah, me not really either.
I think I was kind of drunk.
Yeah, it's the first one was fun with the shitty Chewbacca and some dumblery, because Bo Svensson was in the first one.
Yeah, I believe I've seen the first one a long time ago.
The second one, this is a do not without Mystery Science Theater.
Really?
Yeah, definitely do not. A lot of regurgitated film from the first one.
Ooh.
About and not related in any way. It's just like, we're going to show you this magic stuff that was plot related in the first one, but this is just found footage essentially that we're going to use here just to fill. I didn't like it at all. I would give it a do not by itself, but still do, obviously, with Mystery Science Theater 3000. Jackie?
I'm gonna say pass on it.
Yeah, since you can't remember it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm drunk and it doesn't hold my attention, it's not a good movie. At that point, my attention span is so small, something shiny holds my attention, and when a movie can't, that's just not a good indicator.
Yeah, the only thing that I remember really about it, because it's been a little while since we watched this, is that the kid who is like, I'm going to be the leader of magic, I'm the chosen one, because it's always a fucking child in these goddamn movies. I swear to God, speaking of Fred Savage, I thought he was the brother from Wonder Years.
Paul?
Turns out, no, Paul's the nerd.
Oh, yeah.
The brother, hey, butthead. I thought it was him. It's not him, but he did have a role in Wonder Years as well, which was very weird. But yeah, so he just, the whole time I was like, that's gotta be the brother from Wonder Years and it's just him doing stupid stuff. It's a terrible movie. Don't watch it. That's all I got to say about it.
Excellent.
Jackie, it is your pick next week for the show. Do you have something dialed up?
Well, of course not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna pick a horror though.
No, I don't think you are. I think I know what you're going to pick because we talked about it earlier, but it'll be a surprise for everybody, including Sam.
Yes.
Oh.
We have a diabolical plan. All right, so next week is going to be a fun episode, I promise. So come back to us on Monday. Enjoy your week. Try to stay safe out there. Dry. Don't get in a natural disaster because they're fucking everywhere. Actually, I'm not even going to call them natural disasters anymore. They're just fucking disasters. And get to the job.
Visit us at www.stinkermadness.com. Follow Stinker Madness on Twitter at Stinker Madness. Please rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you for listening, and get to the chopper.